But before that, if you can hear something, I'm so sorry. Ongoing ang construction po dito sa banda sa amin. Okay, so the SPED competencies. Learners with special educational needs or LSENs may face greater risk of being left behind as the pandemic continues to spread across the globe. This situation should not be the hindrance then in providing quality education to these learners. It is because it is their basic right to continually develop concepts and skills amidst this pandemic. Okay? Next, Sir Kermit. So the regional office, through the collaborative efforts of the SPED focal presence in the region and in your school's division, okay, the school heads and teachers of the SPED centers, and of course with the guidance of our Chief of the Curriculum and Learning Management Division, refine the learning competencies to address the needs of these LSENs. And after going over through these competencies, it was presented to our regional director, and we are happy for she approved the adoption and implementation of these learning competencies for this school year. There are 6 curricular components of LSENs, which include the following: self-help skills, social, number, communication, pre-vocational, and vocational skills. And each learning area includes major skills. Yeah, there are objectives and tasks analyzed and arranged in 3 levels commensurate to learners' entry behavior and projected end goal. First competency is the self-help skills, and this is the primary learning task each learner is expected to acquire. These pertain now to the care of self, such as the following: feeding, dressing, toileting, and grooming and hygiene. Second is the social skills. This will lead them to function in an environment where they can be accepted for what they are and who they are. To attain this, the following should be developed: attending skills, self-awareness, self at play, and self at work. Next, communication skills. We know that language has always been the most delayed among the LSENs. So it is within this premise that the following have to be developed: listening or receptive skills, speaking or expressive skills, reading or decoding skills, and the writing skills. Next, we have number skills. Number skills, because this will also equip LSENs with the necessary skills for independent living. In order to attain this, the following skills are emphasized: object discrimination skills, number concept skills, measurement or fraction skills, decimals or money skills. The 5th skill is pre-vocational skills. This is actually a preparation for future work. And these are skills that refine a client's motor skills and cover the following areas: fine motor skills, training work readiness skills, and work skills. So after they have undergone this, we also have the last skill, which is the vocational skill. And this is a learning area which will prepare and equip the client with actual work skills. So this is a preparatory through a transitionary life skill in the community. And each service skill has been further subdivided into 3 to 4 parts according to levels. Ito yung nasabi ko kanina na 3 levels commensurate to the learning area. Next slide. For level 1, a client has to go through 3 stages. We have preparation, actual work, and cleaning up stage. For levels 2 and 3, all the stages have been included, but with an additional work experience stage. So bawat stage, meron po silang pagdadaanan o aaralin po dyan in order for them to be ready to be immersed in the community. Next. And aside from the learning competencies, we do have also the curriculum guidelines. This will actually guide the teachers in the implementation of these learning competencies. And it is important to note that teachers should start where the child is or adopt the learner's level of performance. Palagi nating sinasabi ito sa mga kasama natin na they will really have to start where the child is. And this will be utilized for learners with moderate, severe, and profound learning disabilities or difficulties, both in SPED centers and regular schools. Okay? And as to the learners, these are the learners who are diagnosed with mental ages from 4 to 20 years old and are categorized and evaluated under the following areas. For level 1, these learners have a mental age of 4 to 6.9. Level 2, with mental age of 7 to 11.9, and level 3, mental age of 12 years old and above. Okay, so these are the categorization, the groupings of the learners based on their mental ages. And there are certain provisions to be taken into consideration. First is the important skills or the ability of an individual child. As I have said, always start where the child is. Next, these learners have been evaluated by a diagnostic team or a certified clinical psychologist. Okay? But in the absence of any of the evaluation reports, teachers' assessments and narrative observation reports may be used as a temporary baseline data to start where the child is. So it's very clear. And as to their evaluation, an evaluation may be given through the following. We have the assessment checklist and anecdotal record based on general observation and judgment. For the anecdotal record, there is already the template attached in the memorandum, and this will be used by the teacher to note his or her observation. Since the parent will be the one to guide the learners, this must be oriented to the parent. Next is the assessment checklist back at Sir Kermit. Another evaluation guide is the assessment checklist. And per level, there will be an assessment checklist. So one for level 1, one for level 2, and another for level 3. Because this will help indicate child strengths and weaknesses. This will also be the basis in developing the IEP of the learner, and at the same time, this will be the report card of the learner. Okay? And the child will be assessed quarterly. Yep. Next, Sir Kermit. And in order for our programs to be attained, we must be guided by the conceptual framework, wherein this simply describes what our program is all about, our vision, mission, and our hopes for these learners, and also our tasks and needs as educators as we nurture these learners. So after teaching them the skills, they will become independent learners, okay? And they will have full participation in the community and are empowered towards productive living. And one way to attain this is through continuous monitoring and evaluation, which is represented by the red arrow, no? Pointing to the exit point of these learners, which is full participation and empowerment towards productive living. And the red arrow represents our love and passion to these learners, and the blue color represents our hope for them. Fellow educators, together we can make a difference in the lives of these learners. Thank you so much. So that is all about the SPED competencies.